All right. Well, so far we've spent an hour, and all we have is the header up, and we're done with that for now. Next thing we're going to need to do is our navigation section. So let's go ahead and add our HTML for that, and then start styling it up. All right, so here we are with our HTML. Right now we have header, and there's the end of our header. So the next thing we're going to do is our navigation section, and we call that nav tab. Inside our nav, we're going to have a list of links. So we're going to use an unordered list, UL, tab, and this up a bit. Here we go. Inside that unordered list, we're going to have a list item. So we're going to do LI and then tab. Inside that list item, we're going to have a hyperlink. So that's an anchor tag. So we'll do A and then tab. And it says, where are we going to find that link? And the good news is I have that in content. All right, so the first one is going to be this one right here. So I'm going to copy that. Control C. Control V. And I'm going to move this out because we're going to run out of room here. All right, so there's my anchor tag. Then between the close A and the A, I have to put the word that I'm going to be using for that. And we can see that it's going to be candy. You can copy and paste it, or I think I can type that in without making a mistake. So candy. Now, the other thing I want to do is I want to add a target. And it's going to be underscore blank. So underscore blank for the target. Let me move this in so it wraps nicer. There we go. So it's going to be that, and it can be target equals underscore blank. And the reason for that is when a person clicks on that candy, it's going to open up in a new tab. I don't want them leaving my website, going there, and then clicking 100 times in that website and that not being able to get back to mine. So I'm going to open up another tab for them. They can do whatever they want with candy, but when they click back over on my tab, it's going to have my website for them. All right, pretty easy. So we're just going to do that 3 more times. Another line item, tab. Another anchor, tab. And that address, again, is going to be in the content. So this one is going to be for flowers. So I'm going to copy that. Control C. Control V. And then outside this less than greater than symbol and before the less than symbol, I'm going to type in flowers. And then after this quote, I'm going to make a space, and I'm going to grab target blank. And you can either hold down the control key and drag it, which I'm going to do right here, and that's not going to work. All right, so I'm going to Control C, Control V. All right, and then again, LI, tab, A, tab, and go into content. Third one is going to be plants. Control C, Control V, and then right here, I'm going to type plants. I'm going to wait until I do the last one to put the target blank in. So we'll do LI, tab, A, tab, go back into content, copy this, Control C, Control V, and then this is poems, P-O-E-M-S, and I'm going to make a space at the end of this and a space at the end of this, and then simply copy my target blank, Control C, then I'm going to put it right here, V, Control V. Phew. Okay, so that's my navigation. I'm going to do File, Save All, and then refresh. And there it is. So you see everything's nicely centered. So now we're going to have to style it up so it looks like this. All right, so let's get going. Let's see. First, let's go ahead and get rid of the dots. So you can see these dots over here. Let's go ahead and get rid of them. And we're going to do that with style. So we're done with the header. So let's move on down. Now it's all going to be nav. So next one we're going to have is nav. And that is a nav ul property. So it's the list, unordered list property. And I'm going to say list. And you see that I have a bunch of options here. List style is what I want. And I'm just going to say none, because I don't want to have any dots. I'll do File, Save All, and then refresh. Boom. Nice. All right. And then the next thing I want to do is, you can see that they're one on top of each other. Why are they like that? Well, if we take a look at our HTML, these are all LIs. And since you can imagine we'd want to have those lists being one on top of the other, LIs end up being block level elements. So if we make them so they're not block level elements, that should make them side by side. So let's go back and go to our CSS. So this one we have to target the LIs themselves. So we're going to say nav ul li. So that means that's nav is the parent. Inside the parent we have a child of ul, and inside the parent of parent ul we have a child li. And we're going to do display. Ooh, that's not right. We're going to do display inline block. Do File, Save All, and then refresh. Excellent. All right, so that's that for now. All right, next thing we want to do is separate them. Now, when we separate them, we don't want to use the li container for that. What we want to use is the anchor tag, because if we use the li container and just make the container bigger and put some margin in between, the problem we're going to have is that the whole thing won't be clickable. The only thing clickable is the anchor tag itself. So we want to use the anchor tag to create the separation. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll do nav ul li a, because the anchor tag I want to now target. And I'm going to do padding padding, and let's do let's just do for now 15 pixels, and let's see what happens. File, Save All, and refresh. You see they moved away from each other. All right, next thing I want to do is put some lines around it, and you can see here from there we have red lines, so let's go ahead and do that. So to put a border around there that's red, that is going to be the li that we would like to put a line around. So we're going to do border. Now border, we can do border left, border right, border top, border bottom. We can do border style, we can do border color, we can do all these things, and they're all separate. But they allow us to do a little bit of shorthand by using, actually, if you spell it correctly, the border, B-O-R-D-R, there we go. And I can say border width. So I want this to be a 1 pixel width. Border style, I want solid. And in the HTML lesson, I've showed you all the different styles you can use for that. And then black. Oh no, I want it to be red. So we're going to use RGB, okay. And then inside there, I'm going to have to tell it what the red is. Now I don't have to go to HTML kit for that because remember it's RGB. So I'm going to make it 255 red, nothing green, nothing black, and that should give me a red line. We'll do File, Save All, and refresh. Nice. Okay, so now that we have that, notice 15 on either side, but where's the 15 top and bottom? I don't see that. All right, and then let's go back here and let's move them apart by using some margin. So margin 0 top and bottom for now, and let's do 20 pixels left and right. And we'll do File, Save All, and refresh. All right, so you can see that they are moving side by side. Let's see. So in order to move them apart, I'm going to have to use margin on the LIs. So this is the LI, so let's try doing some margin here. And let's do 0 and then 20 pixels left and right for that also, and see how that looks. File and Save All, and then refresh. Nice. I still not getting these as buttons for some reason, and that's because their anchor tag is an inline block element, and it has a hard time doing anything with things up and below, above and below it, even left and right. So let's go ahead and change it to display. Come on, block. So we'll make it a block level element. Now it can interact with things above and below it. Save all and refresh. Nice. Okay, so these buttons are going to be fine. You see when we get to a certain point, they're going to start wrapping on us. All right, but we'll worry about that a little bit later. Right now, this is working pretty nicely. It's not going to look exactly like that, the other, and that's because of trying to get the spacing to accordion in and out. We can't do that as easy with margins in on those elements, so we're going to leave it kind of like this. The only thing I want to do is add the background. So let's do that because we're supposed to have, it's supposed to look like that. So let's go in. Oh my God, quickly, we're almost running out of time. So we have to go into the nav and background image. And we're going to give the same image we did for the other. So we're going to use URL. And then in here, we're going to have images.